Hey everybody, if you're a regular viewer of my content, you know that Zenny62 Media has as its client Inside Terminal Solutions, which is the co-developer for the Oakland bulk and oversized terminal, not a cold terminal. And as I continue to remind everybody, I sought after ITS or Inside Terminal Solutions because they had information the public wasn't seeing because of how the mainstream media was feeling to look at it. And I have the method and the technology to distribute the information that you should see. Additionally, I love doing it this way because in serving as the online influencer and content creator for a client, guess what? We get to do this again and again and again and do research and create different systems and everything else. But I didn't bring you here to tell you all that. I also want to emphasize that the reason why I do it this way is because you have people out there, journalists, who say they're objective. And folks, there's no such thing as objective journalism. They never say who their advertisers are, who their investors are, or really exactly where they're coming from, right? That's quite different from how I choose to do business. Here's why I say all this. Okay, let's take a look at this, will you? This, bam, is by the Salt Lake Tribune, okay? It says letter. Coalport is not worth Utah's money, okay? And it's a letter, right? And then it goes down and has a really sort of the incorrect picture of the Oakland bulk and oversized terminal. It's really not supposed to be here. It's supposed to be over there. Okay. At any rate, and note there's no neighborhood. Okay, around it. That's the Bay on ramp, Bay Bridge on ramp, and so on. Okay, but I digress. All right. So it's written by Mickey Moulton in the public forum. The public forum, right? Okay. It says, why is the state of Utah still wallowing around? I'm not going to read this whole thing for you, okay? Coal is a dying industry and a terrible pollutant. Oh, brother, okay? And then it says, shipping it elsewhere is just as unconscionable as burning it here. So in other words, in the middle of a pandemic, we're supposed to want to kick people out of their jobs just because, well, Mickey Moulton writes that she doesn't like them, right? That, oh, this public person is so upset that they've taken to the Salt Lake Tribune to vent their spleen and tell you how bad this Oakland bulk and oversized terminal is. And it's not a coal, first of all, it's not a coal terminal, it's a bulk terminal that handles coal. Big difference, all right? And it's designed to do so at an extremely low emission rate. But I digress. All that isn't enough for Mickey Moulton. But I'm thinking, something in my head said, who's Mickey Moulton, all right? So when I searched for Mickey Moulton, right, that's what I did. I searched for Mickey Moulton. I thought, who is Mickey Moulton? So I typed Mickey Moulton in Google, and this is what I found. All right, will you take a look at this? Will you take a look at this? Will you take a freaking look at this? All right, look, bam, Mickey Moulton, Salt Lake Tribune journalist, muckrack. Are you freaking kidding me? Are you freaking kidding me, man? Come on. Are you freaking kidding me, man? They try to make it okay, look. They try to make it look like, oh, you know, this person out in the wilderness that's just wants to really just so upset over the possibility that these 5 Utah counties would get involved in financing the Oakland bulk and oversized terminal. Oh, just so that their coal industry workers, which need work in the middle of a pandemic, would have a hope of getting the material they have safely to its places in the Pacific Rim, where they would be used by, among other places, a plant that just happens to be the cleanest in the world. And yes, it happens to be a coal plant, but hey, there's no confusing folks like that with the truth, right? At any rate, no. Oh no. What they have to do is the cherry picking thing. But, excuse me. Salt Lake Tribune journalist, okay? All right. So I clicked on this. I'm on Muckrack too. Folks, you don't get on Muckrack just because you get on there, all right, as seen in the Salt Lake Tribune, all right? Are you a journalist? Create a free Muckrack account. Hey, so Mickey Moulton's a journalist. Ooh. And has written several times on various different issues in the letter area. So Mickey Moulton is basically the Salt Lake Tribune's kind of blogger, but they don't call her a blogger. They have her write these letters that make it look like she's this person out there that is just any person that you'd pass by on the street and wouldn't even stop because you wouldn't know him, right? Yeah, right. Okay. The Salt Lake Tribune is up to something, all right? The Huntsmans are up to something, all right? They want to, it would seem, push coal miners out of their jobs in Utah. For what Mickey claims are jobs in other industries. Mickey, have you happened to take a look at the unemployment rate lately? Do you realize the United States has lost 1/3 of its wealth because of the pandemic? Do you realize that businesses have closed one after the other? And do you realize that among all the businesses that have closed and shut down, the greatest decreases in employment are in the businesses in the industries that you want these coal workers to go to? So they go get trained and looking for a job that isn't there. And they left the job that they had that was paying them only because you kicked them out of it, because you don't like the work. What kind of wuss stuff is that?